Hi everyone, today I want to share one more card with the Curved Occasions bundle. This time I'm just using the stamp set, not the punch that goes with it, although I do really enjoy using the whole bundle. Super great. And if you've been here before, you've seen a few cards that I've been making this week using this bundle, and I really want to move on to I want to move on to Christmas and winter. So but I had to make one more. So I want to show you what I've made this week. Here we go. And there are videos for these if you look for them on my channel. Here's a fun one that's got a little slider action. That one uses the punch as your little opening. And here's what we're going to make today. So I thought this was really a fun way to end the Curved Occasions group here. So I'm going to use this little disco ball and the roller skate. How fun is that? That'll be a fun card for my niece, I think, maybe, or I don't know. My daughter, she can use it for one of her friends. I thought it was just really fun. So this is a great way to use up some of your scraps, and I always have a lot of scraps and I love using them. So here is a good way, and I thought I would I'll tell you the size they are. These happen to be 4 and let's see, 5/8 by 5/8. So they're just little scraps, and it's what you get kind of in my bag. And then what happens is I then kind of find what size I have the most. Usually it's these really long strips from the end of a 8.5 by 11 sheet. So you can cut them up, and then you just need a mat for them. So kind of decide what you're going to use here, and then make a mat for them that's just slightly bigger. So if yours equal, you know, whatever they end up equaling, add 1/8 of an inch all the way around to that total, and you'll get it. So this was these were what were they, 4 5/8? Yeah, and so then this one is going to be just 1/8 of an inch bigger. There we go. So fun little strips, but I have a little trick on how I lay them down. I don't like to lay them down directly onto this, because as I do it, I think I'm all lined up, and then it turns out I'm like closer to one side than the other, and then I have this tiny little black over here and a little bit big over here. I like to instead use a piece of this grid paper that's kind of been mucked up and sticky, and I kind of cut up the used piece and use that to stick down my strips. And I just think it makes my life a lot easier. So I enjoy doing it that way. So I make this slightly smaller than I think it's going to need, because I want to be able to have my cardstock strips hang over slightly, just ever so slightly. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. I'm going to throw down one of my little silicone mats just so I don't get too much stuff on too much adhesive on my paper. Okay, so as I said, I like to have it slightly bigger than needed. This one is Poppy Parade. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And this one is Calypso Coral. Just edge it right in there. Daffodil Delight. This is Lemon Lime Twist. And Azure Afternoon. Now, if I needed to, if I thought I was uneven, I could then take my paper trimmer and cut that, although I think I did a pretty good job, actually. So I've got them all together. I'm not going to glue them directly onto my mat just yet. So I'm going to add some more little stamps to this while it's all put together. I'm going to add this disco ball. Right up here at the top. Okay, and then I wanted more of those little diamonds. So I'm going to clean my stamp really good, and then I'm going to try to ink up just the little sparkles. Okay, no residue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I'm glad this is a photopolymer so I can see through it. I'm going to go in and ink up just the sparkles. And if I'm worried at all about getting some extra ink on this disco ball, I can run my finger through here, but I didn't. And that way I can add just a few more sparkles to my image. I'm going to do it a couple more times. And that was why it's really important to clean the stamp really good, because you don't want to accidentally stamp that disco ball again. I'm going to do a couple more at the bottom. Okay, here I did go too far. Now another thing you can do if you don't want to accidentally ink up this, and you don't want to get your fingers inky, although I don't care, is you can use a little piece of sticky note, like a post-it note or something, to keep that from getting inky. And if you want to vary your sparkles, you can use the ones on the other side. I'm not sure where I want to go here. Okay, just to get a little variety of size, I used some from this side and some from that side. So you can do as many as you want. I think I'm good there. Okay, so that's my background. Now I can go ahead and glue it down on my piece of basic black. Oops. Okay. Next we need to do our roller skate. So I just need a piece of scrap. I think I can probably get 2 skates on there. You can do 1 roller skate or 2. I kind of thought it would be fun to do 2. Okay, and now I'm just going to color them. So I'm choosing the colors from my paper. So I'll use the same colors from the cardstock, and there's only, it looks like there's 2 stripes. I'm going to turn this into a stripe just because I want to get 1 more color. These are Stampin' Blends. You can also, this is such a small area that even just a regular Stampin' Write marker would work nicely. Okay, now for the boot, I'm going to go with, let's see, I'm going to do Smoky Slate for kind of like the area that attaches the wheels to the boot of the roller skate. How many of you had roller skates like this? I did. There was a roller rink that we would go to in high school, and it's closed down, and then there was a second one that was a little further away, and that one has now closed. There's still one left that I know of, and I hope it stays open. My daughter's only gone once. Alright, so that was Smoky Slate, and then I'm going to grab my basic black. And I'm going to go with light basic black. It's very dark, so it looks like dark basic black, but it is lighter. And then my little stopper on my roller skates when I was little, it was always red. And so I'm going to do a Poppy Parade stopper. And this is the light Poppy Parade. Okay, I'm going to cut these out on fast forward so you don't have to watch me cut these. Okay, I'm all cut out. So now we've got our base. It's just a basic white thick piece of cardstock cut in half and scored down the center at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach my panel here. And now I've got to add my greeting. So I'm going to use another scrap. This is 1 1/8, amazingly, by 4. And it's just a scrap that I had in my scrap bin. Oh, I'm covering the ones I worked so hard to put down. That's okay. Maybe I'll go a little lower so you can see a little bit peeking off the top. Okay, so I'm going to stamp Happy Dance on this one. In the upper left side. I did that pretty straight. I was trying so hard not to put my head under the camera. Okay, so I'm going to grab some black baker's twine and kind of wrap it around. I was thinking of doing, maybe I'll see what it looks like, bows on the skates in black, but that might be a little too much. Let me see. Well, my black baker's twine is missing. I had left it out on my desk. And my cat was prowling around in here. I try to keep my office door closed because she likes to eat paper, but I don't know where it is and I can't find it. I'm gonna give up looking. So I have this. This is old. It has some silver thread in it. I'm gonna see what I think. And sorry about that. I looked for 20 minutes, paused the video and just looked for it on the floor, but she really took off with it, I think. So I'm going to find a completely unraveled spool of black baker's twine under the couch or something. All right, let's go ahead and get these skates down. Just kind of visualize. I'm going to have one tipped up a little bit, you know, like maybe they're about to stop. Okay, do I want the bow on the skate or is that too much? I do think that's a little too much because I'd have to have 2 of them. Okay, so since I can't find my black baker's twine, I'm going to just go ahead with another color, one of these. Let's see what I have. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. All right, so here is a little bow thing I'm going to do. It's a little different. Okay, so I've got my bow. I'm going to twist it a little bit so kind of like both of the, trying to explain what I mean here. So both of the, while you're pulling it tight, you can try to get it so that both of the little tails are on the same side, if that makes sense, like they're both behind. See how they're kind of both on the back side? You have to kind of play with it while you're twisting it. And then I'm going to attach it like this so there's no tails hanging down. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know why I'm doing it that way today, just to be different. Okay, so let's see if these are even. I think this side's a little longer. Let me pull it. Okay, I just wanted to do something different. So then I can use some glue dots to tape things right where I want them. So I need one on each end and then I need one under the bow just so that it stays exactly where I want it, which is right under that Happy Dance phrase. Okay. I just taped my sentiment to my paper. All right, So it's just a fun little way to do the bow. And I'm going to attach it like that. I'm using glue dots on the back here just because that ribbon adds a little bit of height, and I've been using my liquid glue a lot, but I wanted to make sure it makes contact with the paper nicely. There we go. All right, now we just have to attach our skates, and I'm going to use dimensionals for that. Okay, so one I'm going to do pretty flat. So I'm going to use glue dots on either side of the ribbon. So that it attaches to the paper really good. And I'm going to tilt it slightly. And then this one, I'm going to use dimensionals to pop it up a little bit. There we go. And there we have our skates. Aren't they fun? I forgot that I wanted to add some Wink Stella. So I'm going to do that on the metallic part of the skate. Let's see if I can get a little underneath there, just so that it's on the part that's peeking out. And then maybe some, I'm going to touch the little sparkles. And it just shimmers a little slightly. Kind of fun. I don't know if the shimmer shows up, but I wanted to add a little shimmer up there just because I have some in the ribbon. You can even add little gems if you wanted to, but I think I've got enough going on here. I hope you like it. Super fun little card. And here's the first one with the baker's twine. So check out the Curved Occasions bundle. It's in the mini catalog. You can find it online, or if you have the mini catalog, catalog versions are available to download on my blog. That's Paper Cuts. You can find the catalogs there or at the Stampin' Up website. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!